Right, Ashington, basically, was basically a group of farmsteads, but in the 19th century, especially, because of the Industrial Revolution, coal was discovered here, massive coal fields, huge coal fields. Basically ended up with loads of different pits around this area. Ashington, Linton, Elton, Linemouth. It was a huge pit area, and Ashington just boomed. It was a massive boom. It became a massive town in the sense of not only just size, but also culture. There wasn't necessarily a great amount of population. What you did end up with, though, was a huge cultural thing going on. And it was actually called Little Las Vegas because it had so many different, it was like social club culture, had 5 cinemas, dance halls, and there's so much entertainment. And obviously became, huge in the sense of things like, obviously, the Charlton Brothers, Jackie Milburn, and famous in the sense of, because it was on the back of that industrial growth, there was all these different sort of aspects that came out of Ashington. One of the other things, of course, Pippin Painters, which became very famous, also as a play, as a lot of people know. The culture was very sort of a culture of sort of closeness, where everybody knew everybody. I remember certainly my Father's Day and my Grandfather's Day where everybody's door was open. New Year's was like you just walked into somebody's house and sat there. I remember a story my dad told us, for example, where he walked into somebody's house and nobody was in. And so they made themselves drinks and waited until the family came home. But that was just part of the sort of type of culture that was Ashington. Unfortunately, the coal industry started declining, and then in '84, basically the huge strike basically destroyed Ashington in the sense of the jobs were lost, and Ashington went into decline basically. And since then, I mean, there's still a culture. I'm not saying there isn't, but that has changed drastically to what it was. Obviously, it's not just a case of the mines, of course. There's also a technological changing culture in the sense of sort of the media, where the picture houses aren't needed anymore. People tend to entertain themselves at home. So there's still a culture there, but it's more fragmented, I think, in the sense of as far as Ashington goes, as far as the community. But there's always the seeds of new sort of growth, I think, and there's certain aspects of Ashington, and certainly when I was younger, where you created your own culture with things like a band scene. We had a little band scene going on. Well, I mean, that's never going to quite grasp the same Little Las Vegas era as the mines created in the past.